Hey everybody, Joe here with Candid the Movies. This time, thanks to Regal Movie Theaters and their Monday Mystery Movie, I was able to see a movie that's come out prior to the date. And of course, we don't know what we're about to see. So when we came in, we found out that we were going to see the movie called Freelance. Not to be confused with the movie that came out in 2012 called Freelancer. This is called Freelance and it stars Alison Brie and John Cena. This movie was one. I think that as far as like the scenery that they chose, it was a beautiful place that they chose to shoot. I'm not sure exactly where that is, but according to the plot, it was a South American country that a land of a name that was totally made up. They called it Paldonia, which was a authoritarian / dictatorial type of country. And Juan Pablo Raba, I think, was the one who played the president of this country. And so John Cena was once, he's a lawyer, but at one point in time he was a Army Special Ops, a Green Beret, if you will. And Alison Brie is playing a journalist who has fallen on some hard times and is looking to try to get a breakthrough type of story out. And that is the adventure that they set themselves upon. John Cena is playing Mason, who will accompany Allison's character name that they call Claire. Will accompany her into this hostile and volatile territory where a lot of crazy stuff happens. But just from the sound of that, I think that, it would seem a bit more exciting than what we got. I feel like the plot and whatever twists and turns that were planned were extremely predictable. And I started to get sleepy pretty early on. The only reason why I stuck with the movie was because I wanted to make sure that I got through it all in order to, one, do the review, but also to see if it got any better than it did than what I had seen early on in the film. And it barely did, but it did do a few things well. I'll give it that. It did have that action-packed portion of it. The cinematography wasn't terrible. There were some issues with like blood splatter. It really did look like ketchup coming out the packet. It wasn't, as far as like the blood and everything goes, that wasn't so great. Also, a lot of the stuff didn't make a lot of sense, so definitely make sure that you just suspend your reality there. I'm not going to go into too many details because it might spoil some things, but I'll give you one. If you have back problems, it will be very hard for you to run through a jungle with a backpack and a huge gun, but that's exactly what John is able to do. And it's like we're supposed to forget that his back is trash. Like, he has one scene where his back is terrible, he's struggling getting up, then all of a sudden he's better, just all of a sudden. I mean, it doesn't go back to where like we try to understand, like maybe he took an opioid, maybe he popped one ibuprofen, I don't know. We don't know what happened. All I know is that Mason is Superman. So, as far as a grade though for this movie, ultimately I would have to give it a C minus. I was jostling between a gentleman's D and a C minus, but ultimately a C minus is appropriate. It wasn't terrible. I just wouldn't write home about it. I wouldn't recommend that you actually go to see this movie. But if it's on TNT or TBS, because it's also supposed to be funny, but I didn't laugh as much, but it's supposed to be funny. So if it's on TNT or TBS, put it on in the background while you're doing while you're cooking or doing some chores, or while you're playing on your phone. You won't miss much. I mean, that's how much plot is in there for you to really get surprised by, which is little to none. So if you agree or disagree, let me know down in the comments below. I've enjoyed with Candid at the Movies. Please click that like, share, and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell. And y'all take care and have a fantastic day. Peace.